Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever around the world. Welcome to Final Fantasy One Weekly Race. Today, I am Kite 619, being joined by the one, the only Joker MB. How are you doing, buddy?
I am fantastic, Chitin. How about yourself?
Well, competition looking pretty good on my screen. Don't you say, Joke?
Oh, I totally agree with you. It's looking like there's going to have two thieves. If you ask me what my opinion is right now, I'm going with that black belt up in the... Just because One Punch Man is the best character in this game. I'm not saying they're going to win per se, but it's just saying with these flag sets and the current setup as it is, this One Punch Man is going to, those early levels that are going to be gained and those early levels that are going to be taken care of, One Punch Man is going to take care of this all. What do you think?
Well, for me, I had to go with the classic. I'm the classic triple rainbow mage party because you know me, man. I can't resist having nukes in my arsenal, or having double heal 3 for that matter, or cure 4s for that matter. And as for the what's randomized right now, prices are up to 300%. Bosses and enemies are at 200% maximum stats. And do you remember what the other flags are, if I'm not mistaken?
So definitely, it looks like we have shops that are going to be randomized, magic levels that are going to be randomized, and as always with the Final Fantasy randomizer community, we're going to have RNG randomized, because who doesn't love RNG? We see Cure 3, Lit 2, Ice 2, and Nuke, the Dream, in level 1. What do you think about that, Kite?
Someone just banked on double nuke arsenals right now, because Burt Reynolds on our screen right now has the possibly DPS lead at this rate.
You know what? I know I said I like the black belts, but Thief class, the best class out there, if you ask me. Chat, what do you think about these early spells? We have Nuke, we have Ice 3, we have multiple spells in the black magic. We have relatively inexpensive spells, relatively inexpensive houses. We have really cheap houses. Chat, what do you think?
Ooh, but price at 1.8k for a house? I'll wait a bit on those for the
Look,
end game.
I live in the Boston area. You can't get a house for anything else than at least 6 digits. So I will take 1.8k as a house price. And we got junk for stuff. We got a short sword and a couple other not so good items in Temple of Fiends. We have Bert over there on our side with Zap just nuking the daylights out of Gar.
One nuke says denied. And our king gives us the crown, while our princess gives us the slab.
We're already kings in our book, Titan. We're already kings in our book. We have the crown. We're good. We have a slab. We can speak every language. We are good.
Well, speaking of, there is free bridge on for this flag set, an open extended progression, so sailing, if you find the ship really early right now, is not going to be an issue unless these peeps have something to do with it.
Mad Pony's looking a little bit blue on Crab Cake's side.
They look like an evolution of nightmares, if you ask me.
Well, in my nightmares, a lot of things are blue.
I believe everyone is going to Roboka right now. Crabcakes is going there right now. Let's see what level 2 is going to say for this shop. Actually, Crabcakes is actually going for the pirate.
I think we have unsafe pirates, but with Nuke, it's going to make it a little bit easier for our runners to be able to go through. Looks like on Crabcake's side, they're catching level 4. We have Elmark going in there. Not too much, except Temper, which will pay off in the long run when they're going. And absolutely nothing in the armor side.
Well, in the white magic side, there was in this too at the fourth slot though. So, well, being avoidance, everything is perfect.
We have Burt Reynolds doing a check, finding the TNT with the open progression. It gives Burt Reynolds an additional item to chat. What are you hoping for with this? I know Chitin and myself are really looking for an extremely trolly seed. Chat, what do you think?
You speak my mind very well. Oxio from the pirates, so we have the access to means to go to Sea Shrine at this rate.
Oh, we can see my girls. We can see my girls. We have to get a check to the top level of the Sea Shrine. We have to go liberate those mermaids.
Well, you might be correct, but at the same time, it might not be necessary depending on how the treasure chest turns out for this set.
No, definitely. And it does look like we have crab cakes going up to Matoya's cave to find that TN.
But we do have cheap cabins for at least 200 GP, so that's not terrible.
That's not bad. I totally agree with you. But with the 15, I think it was 15 golds for the tent, it's going to make those cabins relatively, we'll say, useless. And look at that, the ruse.
Well, let's see what the wolves deal with. Ooh, that is not a good sign. The wolves have squint as their skill.
Yeah, that's not a pretty time.
Especially with this Urgui, and of course Unrunable Asp with Poison Touch. Vanilla, as usual.
A heal helmet will pay off right now if they want to do any type of healing in between. We do see Crab Cakes going to turn in the TNT to find out what the fireworks maker does have to have. Looks like he has a rod, so he can take that rod and bust those 3 1/4 floppies that are hiding behind the vampire.
But at this rate, with this low level, I'm gonna go to the vampire room right now. I would definitely check the old men if you have access somewhere, you know, maybe, let's see what Elfin has capability of right now.
I think with this open progression, they're going to, as we see on Crab Cake side, be able to go down to check Astos' castle, but also Elfland and the Marsh Cave, with the Marsh Cave having an item set up as incentivized, where it is behind the wizards in that forced encounter tile. Are we going to see a Marsh Cave dive?
But Crabcake just pulled up Astos and says, "Adios," gives up the adamant.
Adamant.
Go back to the.
Of course, you got to take that quick move up back to the dwarf cave to see what that adamant's going to give you. Let's see what Crab Cake's turn.
Let's see what adamant becomes. Oh, that opens the gates wide open. We have an early key from the blacksmith.
Not only does that open up the remainder of the dwarf cave, but it also opens up the remainder of Corneria Castle, and it opens up the Dwarven Castle. I just see the Vorpal Sword. I don't know about you, Chitin, but I'm pretty sure I would just throw that away, as the Vorpal Sword is trash in my book still.
Unfortunately, the Vorpal might be necessary if...
No, you're a heretic. The Vorpal Sword is garbage. I need to brainwash you to understand what I'm thinking.
Not so fast, Joker. Who knows if we can find a massa in this seed?
It doesn't matter. You have the defense sword. We're fine with that. We don't need that Vorpal. Just throw it into the volcano. Use it as a gift to the RNG Jesus that we have on our side. I hear that kind of works on a little bit good.
Speaking of RNG, Warmech is vanilla for this seed, so you know that bridge is waiting for our runners to get run over.
Oh, I can't wait for that Bridge of Destiny. And it looks like Astos Castle is coming up a little bit blank, so we got something good on that side. Or really nothing too major on that side. Looks like
Oh, did you see what the ass just cast?
I did not. Tell our chat what happened.
If you thought Thunder Pirates were annoying, think about the snakes involved with it.
Oh, I don't like Thunder Pirates. They're never fun. Chat, what are you hoping for to come up next? Right now, we have the key. We're going to go to... We have crab cakes going to check a couple more chests. What do you hope for that next progression item?
You know what, to be honest, I'm hoping for at least the ship right now. Or the floater.
You know what? I'm saying the floater is going to be tucked away in Marsh Cave, not behind the wizard, but behind a key lock door.
I can top you one better for that location, Joker. And oh, we have level 3 Phage, by the way, on Elfland.
So level 3 Fade is going to pay off for a lot of these runners, but what is that top of trolliness that you have for me?
Well, think of Sea Shrine and that one locked door where the floor could be locked in.
TFC?
Amen to that, man.
It's behind the TFC?
That's my guess, man, because I'm not giving any runner a chance to like be in the air, use the ship most of the time.
Chat, where do you think the floater will be? And we do have a check into Temple of Fiends right now going through. We checked behind one of the key lock doors, and we're going through and checking the other ones. Of course, the gargoyles. This isn't like the 90s cartoon where they're just sitting there hanging out having... We have a black shirt and a house. Black shirt's going to be kept not only for if they were to get the tail, but then also we cast ice too. Now, I know we have nuke early, but that's an easy thing to check, an easy thing to move over to the black belt or to the fighter so that...
Speaking of level 4, we got exit as well and wall, so oh boy.
Exit and wall?
Yes. First and fourth slots, by the way. And we got fast at level 4 as well. Along with Lit 3.
Lit 3, that's going to be a big thing. Fast is also going to be nice. So any one of our runners that will have the black mage and the red mage will be able to use that, as well as they'll be able to fast up, as well as I believe temper is available for them. So fast and temper being able to go onto One Punch Man and onto the fighter that would be holding the maximum. I don't know if we've seen this before, but we do have a check into Cornelia Castle. We have a pro ring, we have a little bit of gold, a lot of bit of gold, as well as the ice armor, 1,000 gold, and a copper bracelet. So I'd say that 10,000 gold and that ice armor.
Well, they did have dragon armor from the dwarf armor earlier, so ice armor if you're carrying a second fighter, which I doubt you'll use it for this seed anyway.
So great question about the flags. We are going to link them in just one moment to what we're going to be able to. The ice armor is great with the fire shield. The dragon armor will be great if we can get the Aegis shield. And that would essentially be one additional ribbon that would allow the 3 ribbons that are out there to be given to each one of the additional runners or each one of the additional characters besides fighter. And then if we have 4 pro rings, boom, we have the ribbon on everyone. We have, well, essentially the ribbon on everyone and the pro ring on everyone. That way they are relatively immune to most things.
Well, Power Gauntlet, Ribbon. What else is needed?
With that power gauntlet and the ribbon, I do see chat here saying that it is a free seed. I'm gonna kind of have to agree with that one at this.
And they got the canoe. Well, survey says we're might heading to ice or volcano at this rate for crab cake.
How would you feel if we had the ship behind the at the eye location in Ice Cave? Then we have to go to Ordeals, and from Ordeals we get. How else can we be Trolley Kind?
Do I have to say the ruby has to be in play?
Oh my, that would be fantastic. We get the ruby, we feed the Titan, we send the Titan home to his family.
Crabcakes is about to escape from the marsh cave with the canoe and power gauntlet intact if these monsters don't keep ambushing her.
You never escape the ice cave. You just survive long enough to be the enemy.
Well, speaking of marsh cave, Sonny and Burt Reynolds are where Crabcakes was right now, while Crabcakes is actually escaping.
So, by the way, while we have a moment, please chat. Thank you very much, Speed Gaming, for hosting the Final Fantasy 1 Randomizer Duckling Derby tonight. So we do appreciate that. Do give my colleague Chitin a follow. Do give Speed Gaming a follow and a subscription, as well as follow each one of our runners. They are taking their time out of their day. They are taking the valuable hours that they have to spend with us to do this for your pleasure. So please, thank you, and have fun. And let's hope for a trolley chat.
Speaking of wizards, Dead Thief on Sonny's side already.
Look, Red Pajama Party is the best pajama party. So I want to see a class change, and I want to see that thief wearing those red pajamas.
Well, we do have that katana in our arsenal for the thief, so that's gonna be possible in our DP.
Look, we have the katana, we have the defense sword. We can just throw away that Vorpal sword. No need for that, right?
It really depends on the seed, man, because there is some seeds that Masamune was not even found.
It doesn't matter. I would rather have a rapier sword than the Vorpal. Chat, we're bringing up really, really old arguments from the original Final Fantasy 1 randomizer tournament, where there was the argument in the discussion between, is the Vorpal sword a viable sword? Chat, what do you think? Are you team Vorpal? Boo. Or are you team any other sword? Chitin?
Speaking of locked chest searching, Bert's going through all of it.
Look, I'll take that. With checking all those locked chests, it does end up giving a little bit more of a chance. And with Bert checking that, I do the same thing. Just because if you check that one chest like Bert is checking right now, it turns out to be the floater because, well, it is there. It could potentially be there because they have the key, and that's an open progression item. Well, I'm just wrong. But checking everything that's available when you have these things, it's a smart move.
And speaking of Sonic, I believe he's about to head to either Crescent Lake or possibly the volcano or ice right now, by the way, so I'm looking in the direction.
So, Chitin, I know I've been away for a little bit, but I have to ask the question. Team Steak or Team Tyro?
I have not abandoned Team Tyro yet, man. You know that for a fact.
All right, chat. Do we have a Team Steak with me, or do we have a Team Tyro? Boo! Like, yes, we have two. We have 1-for-1 over there. I like my Tyro salt, pepper, about 8 minutes on one side, 8 minutes on the other, medium rare.
By the way, the old man did give up the canal, though, so the
So
ship is opening up for almost the entire world right now.
So definitely, that opens up a lot more. That means that we, theoretically, could get a check into Ordeals, which would give us the... Ooh, Life Robot, with the message in there that the floater is in Waterfall, maybe. That is possible, because I believe with open progression, we do have that docking station, or that ship dock right there. Looks like we have Crab Cakes diving into the volcano. Is he going to... is Crab Cakes going to donate the Vorpal Sword to the volcano gods? Chat, what do you think?
Well, depending right now, because P's are casting heat per round.
Titan, I don't mean to bring your attention to chat, but I do believe there are more people on Team Steak than there is Team Tyro. Just saying.
Doesn't bother me, man. I can take the heat.
E-Tap, yes. Titan can't take the heat. He can't stay in the kitchen because guess what's in the kitchen? Tyro Steak.
Well, speaking of, oh wait a minute. I thought Crackers would go for the treasury right now for Volcano. I wonder why he turned back for a bit to check the two chests with the trap tiles. Silver Hawk, gold Wizard Staff, gold Trap Tile Grey Room, Guardian 3.
So with the Wizard Staff, I don't mind the Wizard Staff because when you're facing carry, I mean, they are strong enough, but the Wizard Staff for those joining us for maybe the first or the second time or early in there, it can confuse carry, which would cause carry to not necessarily attack you, but attack itself.
Well, treasury was a bust. A bunch of gold just in Wizard Staff.
They are going to make it rain with gold. E-Tap, it's my first time meeting you. I already like you. We are Team Steak. Well, you're Tyro, but... we'll let that slide. Alright, so we have the check from the armory in Volcano from Crab Cakes. What are we expecting from Ice Cave? With the open progression, we see a check going up to the Ice Cave as it is. Titan, what do you think we're going to find there?
If I was diving for Ice Cave and I do not have access to Warp, I would just say double check all the chests once as best as possible. If the eye is too much, get out.
So definitely, with not having Warp, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult. I always prefer Warp in checking where they have a little bit more open progression to see if we can get warp before that. And Crab Cakes looks like she is checking, going to make that check to Ice Cave.
And we know how Ice Cave rolls, Joker. It can favor you or it can hurt you badly.
So, Chitin, what do you think about save scrumming?
Oh, safe scumming is the best way to deal with bad checks. It's like, say if I check market and I get ambushed, let's say impossible odds $9 and they have like say thunder or say what's the word I'm looking for, stone poison. I'll be like, nope, I'm leaving and going to my next location.
Look, I love Ice Cave just because the pure fact of, well, who doesn't like?
Well, the gear can be top notch at Ice Cave, because we have seen some crazy gear show up at Ice Cave before.
You know what? I'm telling you right now, we are going to find the ruby locked behind the eye in Force Encounter. Right. And then that's going to force us to go to the Titan Tunnel and return that Titan to its family. Chat, what do you think? I don't believe that Titan's seen his family in a long, long time.
Well, speaking of images, Images has Abyss too.
Look, I'm following the fun names. So I like the Eye Mages. And it's very sad to see that Crab Cakes, she has let the thief just wipe the floor. R.I.P.I.P. R.I.P.I.P. Dan. Can we get a moment of silence for Dan on Crab Cake's side?
Well, speaking of frost dragons, let's see what the frost dragon's guarding.
The silver dagger and nothing else. Look, Dan is not really down and out for the count. Dan is just taking a dirt nap.
Thus, we gave the nickname to Dan, Dirt Nap Dan. Did you say what Sony picked up from the 6 chests, Joker?
I did not catch that. Sorry about that.
Well, we're about to find out with Crab Cake if she can survive with just a white mage and a black mage.
With the black mage having nuke and the white mage having fade, it does appear that we will know what those 6 chests will have. The Falchion, cabin, a little bit of cash, a little bit more cash, and Frost Rurus.
And Frost Rules, you cannot run from. And let's see these 3 chests from Sony, gold, a cap, and we're going. Let's see what the eye is really guarding.
Chat, get your last guesses in. Chitin, what is your guess? I'd say either ship or ruby. Well, because, I'm a contrarian. There's the ship. The ruby dream is possible. We go down. We fight the vampire. We get the chest behind the vampire. We get the ruby. We go back to the Titan. We send the Titan home to its family. And then Zardia has got the what?
Well, Cardi Island is not that accessible right now because you need that airship first.
Sorry, old man. The guy in the cave.
Sarda.
I forget its name. Sarda. What does Sarda hold besides those random bottles?
Well,
We get Sarda holding the chime.
Sarda could be holding the crystal.
That would just be mean and trolly. I like it.
I'm sorry, chat, but For me, watching these birds suffer, especially with what, with thunder snakes lurking about in the open, I'm saying I'm glad I did not run this seed. Hey, Joker, you see what I'm reading in the chat? Meanwhile, let's see. Ice Cave died from Bert, so is Crabcake going back in, possibly gain her ship. Ale is possibly going to Crescent Lake if Owen can reach that rub. That is not good stuff. And I believe Bert's about to get his ship from the eye after he either runs from it or destroys it. Meanwhile, Sonic is cleaning up the volcano second floor a bit. There's a ship for Bert, so he's about to surf. Oh, or he's gonna grind on these eyes for a little while.
I don't mind that I grind a little bit, just get a couple extra levels, and from there it allows Bert to have those few extra levels to, boost up that fighter in the red mage and the white mage. Warcast.
Well, and speaking of crab cakes, I bet you she's about to get her ship or she's gonna grind. It's either one of those two answers.
Titan chat, what do you think? Are you a part of the grind up a little bit? That way you can be a little bit better suited to face further on enemies, or you just go ham and go?
I would go ham because right now Bert is down to a white mage.
Well, yes, when it comes to that, you kind of got to just cast that exit spell and go from there. Use the save scrubs. That way you can protect yourself a little bit more.
And speaking of Bert, Bert's going back to Provocal, maybe just to get the clinic going.
I wouldn't disagree with that. That allows Bert to be able to bring those people, bring his characters back to life. And as well as it appears the ship will be spawning in Provoca if you get in that.
Yes, indeedy, and you know what that means. Is Bert gonna dive into the Sea Shrine first?
You have the dock. You have the Oxyale. I'm all for going to see my girls.
Well, don't forget, they do have access to Waterfall as well.
True. But, that being said, you always know. You know, I know, chat knows, Speed Gaming 2, give them a follow, does know that the mermaids are going to hold something great. Chat, where do you think the next progression item is?
And speaking of Mighty Volcano, Sonic is about to clear up Volcano and possibly Valkyrie soon.
So that is it, and we're going to see what the Agamas are protecting. Are you team kill all the Agamas? Yes. Or are you team save the Agamas?
Oh, you know I would kill those Agamas just for EXP.
So we have a guess that the floater is loose in sky, and Sardia with the chime, waterfall with the cube. That is extremely trolly. You know what? I like it. I approve.
Ooh,
So quick,
explorers.
Agama facts, chat. Chat, give me an Agama fact, please.
I got one for you, Joker. Agamas are the pre-evolution of Tyros.
I'll say Agamas taste like chicken. But what does chicken taste like? Agamas. Yeah, just put your head in a pretzel. It's okay.
Oh my goodness. Did you see how much HP Sony had left against Carrie?
I'm not seeing much, but it does look like it was incredibly low. Sonny had going in there, and he was able to take down Carrie. Because, baby, she was not a firework.
Speaking of Melmon, hello Melmon, and Melmon is kind of special for this team because it's Zozo Melmon, meaning that the desert types in Melmon are actually going to have some pretty battle tiles, if you ask me.
Look, I'm not saying Ohio's not my least favorite state of the states in the U.S., but I'm just saying Melmon is the Ohio of Final Fantasy I Randomizer.
Well, speaking of cheap pro rings, look at that pro ring price on Craftcake's screen right now.
Looks like she was able to get a lot of those pro rings for that, and looks like she's talking to the slab, talking to Professor Un to see that the slab really didn't teach her much.
Well, level 5, let's see what that serves us with. A life 1 in there. But, oh, there's a warp at level 5. And it's the top slot as well. Level 5 warp, Joker, what's your opinion?
That's early enough to where at this point they have the ship, they have the progression. It's not going to be too crazy for what I would have favored warp for, which was Ice Cave, but it is still going to be able to be nice if they do have to make that dive into Castle of Ordeals.
Well, speaking of mighty ordeals, Crapcakes is on their way right now.
You know what? I approve because we know what's going to be in Ordeals. And by quotations, we know what's going to be in Ordeals. We can only guess and speculate. I say the ruby.
Nah, I say the crystal just to be more trolly.
You know what? That would be better because it gives them one additional spot to check. Looks like the Ogres has a little bit of a palette.
And speaking of useless checks right now, Sanji's about to find out that he didn't need to be here for the locked key test for here.
And to answer chat, yes, we do have more than these 4 that are being shown on chat. This is a 9-way race, and it is between 5 other runners that are off the Speed Gaming 2 Duckling Derby seat that you see right now.
Oh, Ray Pace Killer brings up a good point as well. We have not seen their loot or the herb yet. Which is, you know, loot is necessary to get through Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Oh gosh. Where is this loot?
And by the way, Joker, these are not the Duckley Derby. This is actually the potential spring tournament flash that's coming up in spring 2020.
Again, sorry, I've been away for a while. I am seeing this as part of the background that I see. So, chat, if I'm a little bit behind, Chitin, sorry if I'm a little bit behind, but thank you for picking me up. Chat, never feel not like you're able to pick me up or to challenge me. I'm all about that because this is all about fun.
Well, this nightmare doesn't look too pinkish.
My nightmare is being an adult, and I live that every day,
Loose
all day.
Excalibur in Ordeal.
Again, now, chat, we can get rid of the Vorpal. Can we get an anti-Vorpal seed at this point? Just throw that in to the volcano. We have the Excalibur.
By the way, loose chime as well. And oh, there's your floater. It's in the Ordeal's key chest.
We have called it the floater in Ordeals. This is going to be fun.
You know what that means, right, Joker? They have to check with the fairy over at the Gaia right now.
Chat, are you with me? Can we please, if nothing else, I ask for one of these 9 racers in this race to go talk to my girls, the mermaids. Sells out, zoom, zoom, yes. Zoom, zoom, go check those mermaids.
And speaking of Kaizokus are doing their impersonating pirates because of the color that Crackcakes drew for it.
So yes, great question. This is the standard Temple of Fiends Revisited. So it's not a short Temple of Fiends Revisited. With these flag sets, we can have a maximum evade in defense carry or Tiamat 2. We have Zardia, old guy, waiting there with the herb. Kind of suspicious and auspicious that he's sitting there in a cave by himself with a bunch of empty bottles. Chitin, chat, what do you think are in those bottles?
I say you got yourself a good sniff of nothing because right now the herd is going.
There we go! The tail! Are we gonna have our runners do the class change? Chat, what do you say? I also believe that they need to throw away that Vorpal, use the defense, use the Excalibur. We have the dragon armor. Big tail sells app. I agree with you.
But here's the ultimate question. Where's that lonely Aegis shield lurking about?
I'm gonna say it's top level of the floating cast.
Ah, you're calling for the Sky Palace of Doom floor?
I'm crying because I see the Vorpal sword equipped on Crabcake's side. But she has the red pajama party.
And the red pajama party is equipped with the gauntlet. Speaking of buying on the caravan, let's see where this oasis gave us. Okay, Joker, do you like this play going straight to Lufania just to see what Lufania has to offer?
I don't mind it as much because it makes that one check, makes it there, makes it available, and then they're just done. Crabcake, she can save Scrum to just be done with it, and where she did save a little bit further up, if it turns out to be nothing, well, I would hope like the Vorpal Sword, but she already has it. But if it turns out to be really nothing for progression, just be done. Crystal, so unfortunately, my thoughts, not there.
But could it be possible that the Warfall or Matoya has the loot?
And that's a great question. Chitin, where do you think the loot is? Chat, can we get some ideas? I want as trolly as possible. Chat is always smarter than the people who are commentating and running because, chat always has the best ideas and chat knows better than us. Where is that?
I'm calling for the waterfall.
Chitin's got waterfall.
But here's the catch. I'm betting on the robot not having it.
Oh, so you're guessing one of those chests?
Bingo!
Chat saying loose in Earth. Where else, chat? Because I am gonna say, my girls, down or top of the sea shrine, they are gonna hold.
Speaking of waterfall,
Loot.
Sonic just dove into waterfall right now. And
Can we get?
It's not a typical waterfall either. If you kind of look at what Sonic's dealing with right now, Joker, look at waterfall right now. It's not the same map you're used to.
Chat, can we get a out of bounds bat, the best bat, the battiest of the bats in waterfall? Spam them if you got them. Out of bounds bat is the best bat.
Speaking of sleep touch, I believe the mummies or the cockatrice has the sleep touch on one and the best sleeping, but it's awake. But let's see what the robot has. Oh, robot has the cube. Oh, please be trolly.
So I'm thinking with the robot having the cube, we are going to see a loot top floor loose in the floating castle. Chat, what do you...
I think Sony's about to dive to Sea Shrine at this rate with those nachos. So, Joker, how you like these flags so far?
It's trolly. I have to enjoy it. We're having a lot of fun. Chat, what's your thought with how trolly this you see the...
Oh, that's kind of interesting. Sony didn't decide to dive to Sea Shrine. Oh, I think I know where he's diving into. Joker, you know where this direction is going to, right?
My girls?
No. Castle Ordeals where the floater waits for him. No, Crab Cakes has not gone to old woman Matoya because I believe she is gonna go straight to Sea Shrine at this rate. But first, thou shalt get the waterfall for the cube.
So we have a guess in chat that the crystal produces the bottle, which produces the loot.
Oh, speaking of, so Crab Cakes did get the loot from the fairy. So that means she's about to hit go mode after she gets the. Hey, spoiler alert, Joker, we have something interesting in Earth.
And what would that be?
You know the item that's guarding the vampire is not what you think it is.
Look, I don't know these things. Deduction is I'm not Sherlock Holmes. You're smarter. You're wiser. I trust you.
I'm not Watson. You're crazy.
You're my Watson. Wait. You're my Sherlock. I'm your Watson.
Wait,
I am
my
just
bad,
fodder. I am just fodder here for you.
I'm sorry, joke. I completely forgot. It's reverse roles. My bad.
You're the Sherlock. I'm the Watson. You tell me. Your process of deduction is better than mine.
In that case, wait a minute. So we're asking for a recap. So here's what we know so far. We know the ship's in the ice cave where the eye is guarding. We did manage the slab and I believe the crown from the king and princess, right? If I'm not mistaken, joke.
I believe you're right.
Canoe was loose. Oh my god, dang it. Let me look at the notes. Give me a few seconds, Joker. Might as well you can jab around with the chat and what's going on in the sports streams right now.
Chat, what do you think?
Okay, here's what we have so far, Joke Man. Crown from the king, princess had the slab, the pirates had the oxy ale, Matoysuke had the TNT loose right now. Our friend the alchemist of the TNT, Narek had the rod. Astos had the bloody adamant, which the dwarfsmith had the key. Marsh was in canoe. Sages had the canal. Icecape had the ship. Ordeals had both floater and the chime. Our old sage Sarda had the herb. Elf Prince with the tail. Lefane had the crystal. Matoya with the bottle of all things. Cuban waterfall. And you was playing out, Joker? You was in the shop in Gaia? Your favorite, the ruby was locked there. And of course the fairy had the loot. Sorry about that, folks. My Discord just froze on me for no reason, so I'm back.
Perfect, thank you.
So a lot of things that have been unlocked. So will we see the ruby turn in from Sonny? At least I know he has the ruby.
Thunder, my answer to you potentially doing commentary, it is, I have to say, one of the best positions to do when it comes to a randomizer.
Yeah, especially like us right now. Like we can kick back, relax, jab a few things with the chat, and of course with our commentators. Speaking of, goodbye Kraken on Crab Cake side.
So is it weird? We are 54 minutes in, and we just had one additional. We have 3 runners with one of the fiends down.
Quite normal for this kind of race, but at the same time, where will you dive next?
I do think Burt Reynolds has the idea to dive Earth at this point. As I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love to go see my girls, the mermaids.
Unfortunately, it might not happen as we take a look at Sky Castle for Crab Cakes. Let's see what she does right now. Well, Unborn Rosarius by AL, but that gets through with 1,000 EX. Wait, not 1,000 EX. What am I thinking?
Chat, by the way, do give a follow to not, again, it's been a little bit of time. Do give a follow to our runners. Not only do you do that, but give a subscription if you're able to. If you have Amazon Prime, or if you're able to do a subscription to Speed Gaming 2 or Speed Gaming, give them a subscription, as well as give a follow to our runners and my colleague Kite.
And sorry, Caleb, to break your luck, man, but we did see Masa in Loose and Sea Shrine before Mr. Kraken showed up. So right now you got the Masa, you got the Borbo, you got the Excalibur, and you have Defense Sword. Basically much, you have the 4 best swords in the planet right now to deal with Chaos. And I hate to say this, Joker, but I'm never Team Borbo. I'm still Team Masa through and through.
Again, the Vorpal needs to be thrown into the volcano.
And speaking of Sky Castle, what are you a big fan of? The upright, or the uplift method?
I am downright.
So basically, downright fierce, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, you can't do 2 in a row. So you go downright. That will get you 2 down, 2 right. You're good. Does look like we have another Kraken fight on our side.
Well, speaking of Bridge of Destiny, Crabcakes is about to approach it right now.
Let's see, chat, does she get a War Mech fight on this Bridge of Destiny?
Doesn't look like it. She was about to get the hero run as well, but no, just not a problem. Let's see how my Tiamat serves her. Well, Tiamat down. Crabcakes needs the Lich and Carry fight to deal with next. And speaking of waterfalls, Bert's about to get his legendary cube from the robot. And there is life to a level 6 white magic. Jeez. Oh boy.
It does mean that all of our runners, well, most of our runners, will be able to have the Life 2, which will allow them to, if something were to happen and Temple of Fiends were visited, to heal them up and make it easier.
Well, Crabcakes is about to destroy Carrie while Ael's about to destroy Lich right now. It's just a few steps away from Lich. Down goes Lich for AL Markin, so adios Earthcave. It's been real, but for now we will focus on the volcano.
It's been real, it's been simple, it just hasn't been real simple. Chat, where do you think the next progression item is?
I believe everyone is in go mode in our screens right now, but Crabcakes is about to tear this seat apart right now as she approaches Carry 1 right now.
Well, of course, Red Pajama Party is the best party. Yes, ninjas, best class of all the classes. Unless, Chitin, do you disagree? Chat, what do you think?
Hey, I've been a fan of ninjas, I stick with ninjas.
All I'm saying is, in front of me, about a foot away, I see that I have a ninja with my name on it, so I'm kind of attached to the thief.
And speaking of Elfman, Crabcakes just stopped by maybe just to buy some spells right now for the ninjas, such as the 3 and the Fast. Crabcakes right now is in the Earth Cave. Gotta deal with Lich after she deals with the vampire first, of course. So, huh. Meanwhile, Sonya's in mighty Sky Palace right now, while Ael's just rearranging his weaponry. Because we got Sun Sword acquired, but it's not the strongest sword, unfortunately. But Dragon Armor is equipped.
So would Sun Sword, Power, Gauntlet, and the Excalibur, as well as the... I would say that Ali kind of has a little bit... He's got a little bit of a beneficial on that.
Yeah, and Ao's about to get his legendary cube from the robot, while the eye mages are casting Biz 2 on Crabcake's side.
Chat, what do you think so far going on? We have Crabcake. She has 3 of the fiends down. Everyone else has 2. Looks we got Ale with digging into the waterfall, where they're going to be able to find the... they're going to find that expression item. And then we have Burt Reynolds going through to kill Kraken. So we're going to have two of our 4 runners with 3 orbs left.
And speaking of vampires, Vampire had the ice sword guarded, which was not necessary. Well, breaking open with the rod, and we're going straight. Oh, Crabcake is opted not to check the last few treasures in Earthgate. She is going straight for the Lich kill.
So we already have a guess of Crabcake's finishing at 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 34 seconds. In Hot Take, we have Rafi Hates Caleb coming in with 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 43 seconds. Just kind of transposing those last 2 numbers.
Well, we can't say anything wrong about that prediction because Crabcake is our spring tournament champion for this year, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
So, as well as if you are a viewer of Speed Gaming 2, please do not hesitate to view our streams in Parlez-vous Français, which is Speed Gaming French, and Sprechen de Deutsch, which is Speed Gaming German. And unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish or Portuguese, but if you do Sprechen de Deutsch, let's go Hertha Berlin. Yes, that's a German soccer team, if you don't know.
Well, in 1 hour and 6 minutes and 20 seconds, Crabcake is literally inside the Topper.
You know, chat, let's get some questions ready for our first winner that we're going to pull in here. If it happens to be Crabcakes, do let us know what you want us to ask her.
Well, speaking of Rude Awakenings, Chimeras had Blizzard.
Look, Titan, I live in New England. I live in New Hampshire. It's not a blizzard. It's called a Norista Die. Okay?
Well, let's see what the Phantom will say to that. As Crabcake approaches. Hello, Phantom. Let's see what you're guarding. Nothing but...
Looks like he can run from the Phantom. And another ribbon!
I believe that's our second or third ribbon.
Yes, to agree with chat, the run has been validated. And we found another ribbon. Thunder flexing that muscle there, saying that Thunder has taken 2 over Crab Cakes in the lead.
Well, everyone is human after all. Come on, let's be real here. And those bird medusas, nice color for crab cakes. Really, Caleb? You think she's actually the task bot? I doubt it, man. Oh, Thunder, please, no, not slow Tiamat slash Chaos. No. Speaking of Carrie, Carrie 2 shows up for crab cake. Let's see what she does to her.
Because you do know that Carrie is a firework.
True. And Carrie did not have that much beef on health though, so incoming Kraken Honda 2, if Kraken Honda is the gatekeeper or it's gonna be Tiamat.
Chat, what do you think? Are we going to see a Kraken with maximum defense, maximum evade? It does appear that waters are runnable, so it's not as horrible as we would think.
Well, down goes the ninja.
And it does look like Crab Cakes has 2 Invis Tube casts going on there. And, well, it's sad to hear that the ninja is down. But with Kraken 2 being there, and the mage and the red mage and the white mage and the black mage being able to be there, it's going to open a little bit up more.
Well, unfortunately, Kraken 2 has stun touch for this round, so this could be problematic for the mages. Oh, thanks, Rob, for the clarification. And speaking of Twilight Party, they're runnable. Tiamat 2, let's see what you got. Tiamat 2, starting out with Lit 2, which is not terrible. Fast casting on the ninja. This 2 casting from the white mage, of course, because who God knows why if Tiamat has like 100 hand subs ready to happen. And Tiamat 2 with fast. Oh boy, this could be bad if Tiamat swings next turn. And the ninja takes down the Kraken, not the Kraken, Tiamat 2. And we're approaching the final destination, Chaos. Meanwhile, Sonic still needs to get the crystal ball and the loot right now. Worms with heal 3, that is the worst. And the worms are unrunnable. Oh boy, this is not gonna be pretty.
But that being said, Crab Cakes with the abilities and the strength and the nuke that she has, she's going to be able to knock out those worms.
Well, here we go. Incoming chaos, Chad. What do you think is gonna be the possible worst way to get this thing going? I'm hoping chaos has Cure 4, and Cure 4.
You know what? I'm going to say a nuke, and nuclear. Chaos is going to have a nuclear because, well, we haven't seen nuclear with any one of our other runners out there.
Ooh, chaos
Chat.
with Stun Touch.
Ouch. Knocking down that red mage or red wizard on Crab Cake side.
Well, Crab Cake's casting those wall charges, that's gonna be necessary at this rate.
In chat up there, right and correct, with Bert being the second one into Temple of Fiends Revisited. And on our side, we're seeing another dive into Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Well, speaking of Lock 2, Crab Cake did cast Lock 2, which all the locks for this seed is actually fixed and they actually automatically hit.
Let's see what Crab Cakes has going on here. Cast Temper on her thief, casting nuke from mage, and there we have it. Crab Cakes with the kill in an SRL time of 1 hour, 15 minutes, 33 seconds. Chat, can we get a GG? Raise your glasses, tip your cup, pour one out for Crab Cakes. She was able to beat Chaos.
Meanwhile, at the Temple of Fiends Revisited for the... Oh, by the way, we are on the Bridge of Destiny for AL Markin. Let's see if Mr. Warmax will show up. And no. No Warmax on the screen today, folks. Sorry. But we got Lich 2 on Sony's side, while I believe... what's the... Let's see. Carry 2 on the bottom right screen right now. For Bert. So this is gonna be interesting. Carry 2 for Bert. I believe that's Lich. No, that's not Lich. Carry 2 coming up for Sony, AL Markin. Well, still has this surf along this guy's right now. I believe AL Markin's about to hit for Topher right now. Nuclear from Carry 2. Oh goodness. Oh god, that is not good for Sony. So he just lost his Black Mage of Death, and FK carries down and out. Meanwhile, both Bert and Sony are about to pull up Kraken Honda 2, while AO Marcus gonna pull up Lich 1 very soon after the Phantom. Well, Kraken Honda 2 pulling up for Bert right now. Let's see how he handles Kraken 2, because right now we do know that Nuclear's out of the pool for the Fiends right now because Carry 2 has it. So Kraken 2 should be a little bit more simple unless Kraken 2 does God knows if if Kraken 2 has the 100 hand slaps of death. I have no idea, I'll tell you, what Spike is referring to. Anyways, Tiamat 2 on Sony, because we know Tiamat 2 is a little bit... Oh, speaking of Guardian Waters, Waters are not letting go, but both Bert's on the Tiamat floor, Tiamat 2 pull up for Bert, Tiamat 2 for Sony, Tiamat with Tornado. Is Crabcase gonna give us the robot? CC1 already. Tiamat 2 with fast, power gauntlet on the fighter, heal 3s on everyone except for Black Wizard because Black Wizard's down now. For Sony, 69 damage on that swing, that's too low. Sony's out Cure Fate charges, so now has to rely on Cure 3s right now. Ninja swing, nice, Ninja swings for the big damage. So Sony about to pull up the legendary chaos as long as Sonic gets out of the Vampire Twilight Party Pack, which he does. And here we go. Cupcake's checking if he's gonna pull up the Warmac. Sony is going for chaos right now, so as Burt Reynolds is the race to finish whoever's gonna get second between these two runners on screen right now. Will it be Sonic or will it be Burt? Chaos has emerged from the grave. Here we go. Lit 2 from Chaos on Burt Reynolds' side. Fast casting on the fighter. If there's 2 casting out. Wall charging out from Sony. Lit 2 as well. It's gonna be neck and neck, folks. And no way. I gotta see this 2. Sorry. Whew. Temper on the fire. 472 damage on the Chaos fight. Wow, that is high damage roll from the Knight. Fade, 97 damage, 9 goes, more temper charges. Swing and 1036 damage. Chaos is down on Burt Reynolds. Get your GGs out for Burt for SRL time of 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 34 seconds. GG's to Sony with an hour, 21 minutes, and 38 seconds. GG to both Sony and Burt for finishing second and third place with their respective times. Meanwhile, oh boy, AL's having trouble with Mighty Kraken Honda 2 right now. Oh jeez. We are joined by Sonny Raft. GG, sir.
Thank you. My headset, for some reason, was not connected, so I couldn't hear you guys at the start.
Sorry about that, man. But wow, that was close between you and Burt for second.
Yeah, I blame dropping the Mazda and a few other weapons.
Wait a minute, you did not pick up the Masa at C?
Oh no, I had the Mazmune. I pulled an SVJ and dropped it in front of Chaos's feet.
Well, it did serve me well anyways. But Burt did swing for 1000 damage on the third swing against Chaos to clinch the second place.
Yeah. I mean, Vorpal, Katana, Mazmune, X-Cal, Defense Sword. I had every endgame weapon I'd ever really need. So, It was which in-game weapon do I want to use?
Hey, I can't blame you for using the Vorpal at that point, man. There was no way I could blame you for that. But
I
how you
mean,
like this? Go.
I was gonna say, I mean, with the crit rate of the Vorpal, it's definitely one of the go-tos.
Well, speaking of Chaos right now, Ao's about to pull up Chaos right now, and it's looking in it's kind of in bad shape because I believe his fate charges are about to be diminished soon. But how do you like the flags overall, Sonny?
I thought they were fun. I mean, even though we did start off with Nuke and then level 3 Fade, level 5 Warp was a bit of a pain. Level 4 Exit, I think it was 4.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
4.
level 4 Exit was definitely nice to see. It sucked not having the levels to cast Exit earlier on. If I'd had the levels, then I would have been able to been in and out of Marsh just like that. Finding the power bonk up at the top in the connected chest on second floor was actually quite nice, because when I did my reset out of Marsh upper to then go to lower, the chest that I actually opened on Marsh Basement 2 is the connected chest to Upper Marsh, which had the power bonk. So being able to find that like I did was extremely nice. Two
Well,
loose, definitely a solid amount of loose. I'm more partial to three or more loose, but 2 loose seeds always fun. Finding TNT early on was great, and then running into I think the chime was the other loose item, was pretty nice too. And I thought I was in go mode after I defeated Lich. No, I completely forgot I had translated Slab, needed to go talk to the Lefanish people, and definitely lost a bit of time because of that, but I don't feel like it was too terribly much time that I had lost overall. Where it does suck, it happens. So that's why keeping track of what you've done definitely means a lot.
well, speaking of finishes, AO finished the Chaos fight with an hour 24 seconds. No, not an hour 24 seconds. An hour 24 minutes and 49 seconds. GG to AO, and wow, that was clutch. And but
No, definitely
man,
in chat. Do ask Crab Cakes. She is here. I know she's been answering questions throughout chat, but do let her know if you have any questions for her. And congratulations to all of our runners. Bert, great job selling the Vorpal. Vorpal is just cannon fodder. It's just, in my books, just sale.
Oh,
Just gold.
oh yeah, by the way, Sonny, you didn't see this in your Carry 2 fight, but Carry 2 had nuclear on her spell list.
yeah, seeing nuclear was definitely a thing that I honestly enjoyed seeing nuclear. Though I do see a question in chat for me from Life Reboot. And to give an answer to that question, the ship spawn from Ice Cave to Provoca was one I completely forgot about, because for some reason I thought it would go to Elfland. That's not the case. If the ship is in Volcano, it goes to Elfland. And I had completely forgotten about that. When I went to Elfland to check for the ship, I went, wait a minute, ship was in ice. It's at Provoca. I went the wrong way entirely.
And I believe that cost you a little bit of time, if I'm not mistaken.
Couple minutes, yeah, but even still, it's something that I can easily fix, something I'll be able to remember.
Speaking of ale, GG, sir.
Thank you. GG was a fun little run there.
That was a fun little seed.
So, Titan runners, thank you. I can't say it enough. You've been fun to watch. It's a great time being back, enjoying chat. Speed Gaming 2 audience. Give our runners a follow. I can't say it enough. Give Chitin a follow. Chitin's great. Runs from time to time. It's an awesome time watching them, and if you see the opportunity, give Speed Gaming the subscription. You please just have it, have fun. It's been a great time. Chitin, take it away. Chat. What other questions you have? And runners, what do you think about this run?
We'll start with Ale on that one. Ale, what do you think of these flags for your taste?
I think the flags are pretty good. They're pretty straightforward. They seem like they're going pretty quickly based on how fast people are finishing here. I think, like I said, I don't really have much else to say about it. It's straightforward. I think the only thing that got me was just having to circle the Intercontinent once, just doing that full track. But I think it's kind of neat seeing it.
All right, Mighty Sonny, any last words for these flags?
Actually, I was actually typing out an answer to a question in chat. These flags were fun. Having to circle the Intercontinent is something I personally like to do, just because I've done a lot of entrance and floor shuffle, which does require me to circle the Intercontinent a lot. So being able to go through the Intercontinent in many different ways based upon whatever I get, it doesn't get old for me. It may suck for some runners, especially if they don't entirely know how they want to route the Intercontinent. But if you're able to look at what you have, keep in mind of what you need to find, as well as remember what you might actually need in order for a seed to pop open, it's not that bad. Overall, these flags, they're fast, they're fun. Topher was paper, to be completely honest, which caught me by surprise, especially considering that the scaling could go up to 220%. So we definitely got the nicer end of the scaling in this case. Other than that, I really don't have much else to say. This was a very fun seed overall.
Okay, what about you, Joker, before I say my taste?
I can't say it enough. Thank you, runners. Thank you, Speed Gaming 2. Thank you, Chitin. It's been great being back. Enjoyable. Yeah, take it away, Chitin.
With that said, for these flags, in my personal opinion, it's really fast, it's really fun, plus it has the nice amount of chewiness I like in the seed. With that said, for Joker and B, Spell Zap, and myself, and Speed Gaming 2, and all of our runners for today, please give everyone a follow here, as we all say, good fight, good night, and see you on the next race, which is, I think it's tomorrow for another weekly, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not entirely sure. So good fight, good night, and have a great day, everyone.